As we grow older, romantic relationships become an intricate blend of emotional depth, shared history, and mutual understanding. But as the years go by, the dynamics of these relationships inevitably change. For older men, navigating the complexities of romantic life, whether with a long-term partner or a younger companion, requires a delicate balance of patience, communication, and self-awareness. This is a journey that requires insight into the deeper layers of connection, one that recognizes not just the external changes that come with aging, but the internal evolution that partners experience together. In this article, we explore the core aspects that help maintain and nurture a strong, fulfilling romantic relationship as we age. We will delve into the emotional connections that sustain long-term relationships, the importance of effective communication, and how patience and acceptance can help navigate the inevitable changes that time brings. Additionally, we will examine the unique challenges faced by older men in relationships with younger women, offering practical tips on how to build a partnership based on mutual respect, understanding, and emotional authenticity. Let's explore these essential strategies and uncover the wisdom that helps older men create relationships that are not only enduring but also deeply enriching. The foundation of a lasting relationship: emotional connection. One of the most vital elements in any romantic relationship, especially one that has endured the test of time, is the emotional connection that partners share. As we age, the external factors that may have initially drawn us to a partner, youthful beauty, shared physical attraction, or a sense of thrilling adventure, begin to fade. But this fading does not signify the end of the connection. Rather, it transforms into something far more profound. With age comes the ability to truly see and understand each other. The superficial elements of attraction give way to deeper layers of intimacy, shared memories, moments of quiet understanding, and the ability to communicate without words. It is the unspoken bond formed through years of companionship, shared laughter, unspoken trust, and the comfort of being fully seen that defines the true essence of a lasting relationship. As men grow older, it becomes crucial to recognize that love, in its deepest sense, is not about grand gestures or the intensity of passion that may have once existed. It is about maintaining the small, consistent acts of affection, the lingering touch, the unexpected compliment, the momentary glance, that continue to reinforce the bond. These seemingly small gestures carry with them the power to renew the relationship, reminding both partners of the love that has sustained them throughout the years. They are the quiet flames that prevent the spark from dimming, rekindling the passion that may otherwise have dulled over time. The dangers of monotony: keeping passion alive. While many older men find themselves deeply committed to their long-term relationships, it's common for the rhythms of daily life to bring about a sense of monotony. This gradual slide into routine can, over time, dampen the vibrancy of the relationship. The excitement that once defined the early stages of love may give way to a comfortable, if somewhat predictable, partnership. This is a natural process, but it also presents a challenge. How can couples keep the spark alive even as time goes on? The key to avoiding this stagnation lies in consistency, specifically the consistency of small but meaningful expressions of love. While romantic passion may change form as couples age, these expressions can take on new depth and significance. A spontaneous kiss, an affectionate note left on the kitchen counter, or even a moment of shared silence while watching the sunset can serve as powerful reminders of the connection between partners. These gestures are not simply symbolic. They are vital expressions of love that keep the emotional flame burning brightly. For older men, it is essential to recognize that the demands of daily life, work, family responsibilities, health issues, can often make these small acts of affection easy to overlook. Yet it is these same acts that will ensure the relationship remains emotionally vibrant and fulfilling. In a long-term partnership, love must be actively nurtured. It does not simply survive on its own. And the appeal of younger partners. seeking excitement or filling a void. As men enter their later years, some may find themselves drawn toward relationships with younger women. This attraction is often fueled by a desire to recapture the excitement and passion they remember from their youth. The allure of a younger partner may appear to offer the promise of renewed energy, vitality, and the possibility of reliving a period of life that feels long gone. However, this pursuit, while perhaps initially thrilling, often brings with it a set of challenges and complexities that can complicate the relationship. A younger partner may inspire a renewed sense of vitality, but it is essential for the older man to recognize that this new relationship may not be built on the same foundation of shared history, memories, and emotional depth that he has with a long-term partner. The younger woman may be in a very different phase of life, one filled with dreams, ambitions, and aspirations that may not align with his own. This mismatch in life stages can lead to frustration and unmet expectations. The older man may seek companionship, stability, and emotional security, while the younger woman may be more focused on personal growth, adventure, and new experiences. These differences can create emotional imbalances that strain the relationship. To bridge this gap, older men must embrace authenticity. They should be open about their intentions and expectations from the relationship, as well as their limitations. Authenticity is not just about honesty. It is about a deep understanding of one's own needs, desires, and values. By being forthright about what he wants and what he can offer, the older man establishes a foundation of trust. This transparency becomes the key to a meaningful connection, one that transcends superficial differences and is grounded in emotional reality. The pursuit of youth, embracing authenticity over idealized images. In a world that often glorifies youth, it is common for older men to feel pressure to appear younger or more vibrant than they truly feel. There is a desire to hold on to the image of youth, an image that may be rooted more in societal expectations than in genuine self-acceptance. This pressure to maintain an idealized version of oneself can create profound insecurity and emotional exhaustion. The pursuit of eternal youth, though understandable, can lead to a disconnect from one's true self. Striving to embody an ideal that doesn't align with one's inner truth only drains the spirit and creates emotional distance. Instead of focusing on maintaining an image of youth, older men should embrace the wisdom and confidence that come with age. True intimacy and love are not rooted in external appearances or youthful exuberance, but in the ability to be vulnerable, genuine, and present with a partner. When an older man accepts himself fully, embracing the changes that come with age, he invites his partner into a relationship defined by authenticity rather than pretense. This self-acceptance fosters emotional intimacy, allowing both partners to give and receive love without the fear of judgment or inadequacy. The most lasting love arises not from the pursuit of perfection, but from the courage to be truly oneself. The power of open communication, a vital element for success. For older men, one of the most critical aspects of maintaining a strong and lasting relationship is the ability to communicate openly and honestly with their partner. As relationships mature, it's easy for couples to fall into a routine where words become less frequent and much is left unspoken. In the early stages of a relationship, communication may flow naturally, but over time, the need for verbal expression can diminish as couples grow more comfortable with one another. However, this ease of silence can sometimes become dangerous. When unspoken issues or concerns are left to fester, they can lead to misunderstandings and emotional distance. Communication is not just about discussing issues, but about actively sharing one's thoughts, feelings, and desires. Even in long-term relationships, it's essential to create a space where both partners can express themselves openly, without fear of judgment or rejection. Clear communication helps to prevent minor irritations from escalating into major conflicts. It also enables partners to address their needs and desires before they become sources of frustration. For older men in relationships with younger women, communication becomes even more vital. as the difference in life experiences and priorities can lead to divergent expectations. Without open conversations about these differences, unmet expectations can cause emotional strain. In any relationship, communication is the bridge that connects partners emotionally. It is the foundation of trust and understanding, allowing both individuals to feel heard, valued, and supported. Patience and acceptance, navigating the changes of time. The final piece of the puzzle in building and maintaining a successful relationship as you grow older is the practice of patience and acceptance. As time passes, both the body and mind inevitably evolve. Physical changes, such as the slowing of metabolism, decreased energy levels, or even changes in appearance, are part of the natural aging process. But equally significant are the emotional and psychological shifts that come with aging. It takes patience to accept these changes, both in oneself and in one's partner. Aging does not just mean physical decline. It also involves emotional growth, wisdom, and a deepening of the bond shared between partners. Instead of resisting the changes that come with age, embracing them with patience and understanding allows couples to navigate this phase of life with grace and dignity. In romantic relationships, patience is not just about tolerating the changes in one's partner, but about celebrating the growth that comes with the passage of time. When couples approach aging as a shared journey, rather than a series of obstacles to overcome, they cultivate a relationship that is not only enduring, but also profoundly fulfilling. The evolution of relationships. Over time, a natural journey. As the years pass, relationships undergo profound transformations, many of which can feel both sudden and inevitable. The early days of a relationship are often defined by passion, excitement, and a sense of novelty. But as couples grow older together, these dynamics inevitably shift. For older men, particularly those navigating relationships with younger women, these changes can bring up feelings of uncertainty, frustration, and even insecurity. The truth, however, is that these transformations, while challenging, offer profound opportunities for growth, deeper emotional connections, and richer intimacy. The physical changes that accompany aging are often the most noticeable and tangible. The energy that once felt boundless begins to fade, and activities that were once easy and effortless become more taxing. Stamina diminishes, and the aging body no longer responds as quickly or as energetically as it did in youth. These changes can take a toll on both individuals within a relationship. They can affect how couples experience intimacy, engage with each other, and find joy in the simple pleasures of life. For older men, facing the limitations that aging brings can sometimes be difficult to accept, especially if they feel pressured to maintain the vitality of their younger counterparts. However, these physical changes do not have to spell the end of intimacy or the connection within a partnership. Instead, they can serve as an invitation to redefine what intimacy means. As couples mature, they have the opportunity to shift their focus from the intensity of physical attraction to a deeper, more enduring emotional bond. These moments of shared vulnerability, mutual care, and understanding can become even more meaningful as the years pass. The role of patience in navigating life's transitions. Patience in the context of romantic relationships is a key virtue that becomes even more essential as we grow older. In the face of physical aging, a slower pace of life, and changing dynamics, patience acts as a stabilizing force, allowing partners to adjust to one another's evolving needs and desires. In relationships with older men, particularly those with younger women, patience becomes even more important, as these couples often find themselves at different life stages with distinct goals and priorities. The younger woman may be in the midst of exploring her own identity, setting her path for the future, and embracing her career, ambitions, and personal growth. She may possess a vitality and energy that is in stark contrast to her older partner's life stage. The older man, having already navigated these stages of life, might seek stability, tranquility, and emotional security, qualities that may not always resonate with his younger partner's current state of mind. In such cases, it's crucial that both partners practice patience, recognizing that their different life stages do not necessarily spell incompatibility. The key lies in allowing the relationship to unfold naturally and with respect for each person's individual journey. Rushing intimacy or pushing for a deeper connection before both partners are ready can lead to frustration and emotional disconnection. Patience allows a relationship to evolve at its own pace, building trust and understanding along the way. When an older man recognizes the importance of patience, he can navigate these differences with greater ease, giving both himself and his partner the space they need to grow, connect, and appreciate each other fully. The importance of acceptance in aging and relationships. Acceptance is a profound and transformative element in any relationship, but it becomes especially critical as both individuals grow older. Aging brings inevitable changes to the body, the mind, and the way we relate to the world around us. For older men, this can mean confronting a reality where physical vitality may no longer be what it once was. While these changes can sometimes be difficult to accept, the truth is that acceptance is one of the most powerful tools for sustaining a harmonious and enduring relationship. Acceptance in a relationship goes beyond simply tolerating the changes that come with aging. It involves embracing them with grace, understanding, and compassion. For men in relationships with younger women, acceptance means recognizing that their partner may be in a completely different life stage, full of energy, ambition, and a desire to explore the world. While the older man may yearn for quiet moments and the comfort of a stable, familiar life, his younger partner might still be seeking adventure and novelty. Acceptance allows them both to meet in the middle and find common ground that honors each person's individual needs and desires. For older men, acceptance is also about embracing their own changes. It's about recognizing that the quest to stay young, vibrant, and physically flawless is an exhausting and ultimately fruitless pursuit. Instead, true acceptance involves loving oneself for who they are now, with all of the wisdom, experience, and emotional depth that age has brought. When a man can fully accept himself, flaws and all, he invites his partner into a relationship that is free of insecurity and pretense. This mutual acceptance fosters a deeper connection and allows the relationship to thrive despite the inevitable changes that come with time. Intimacy at any age. A deeper connection. As relationships mature, the meaning of intimacy undergoes a transformation. The initial physical attraction that often marks the beginning of a relationship gives way to a more profound emotional connection. While physical intimacy is still an important aspect of any relationship, it is no longer the defining factor. Instead, intimacy in later years becomes about shared experiences, quiet moments, and a deep emotional bond that is nurtured over time. For older men, intimacy in relationships with younger women can be a particularly delicate subject. There may be an underlying pressure to prove one's physical vitality or maintain a level of energy that matches the younger partner's. However, the true essence of intimacy at this stage is found in emotional closeness and mutual care. Intimacy in later years is about being fully present for each other, showing affection in small but meaningful ways, and creating a safe space for vulnerability and emotional connection. In relationships with younger partners, older men may find themselves faced with the challenge of redefining intimacy. Rather than focusing solely on physical attraction, intimacy becomes about being emotionally available, understanding the partner's needs, and creating shared memories. Simple acts of kindness, holding hands, offering a gentle kiss, sharing a quiet conversation, become the glue that binds the relationship together. These gestures, while small, carry significant weight, reminding both partners of the bond they share. The transformative power of emotional connection. The emotional connection between partners is the foundation of any enduring relationship, and it becomes even more important as we grow older. For older men, especially those in relationships with younger women, cultivating this emotional bond requires a deep commitment to understanding, respect, and open communication. The focus shifts from physical attraction and youthful energy to a more profound connection that transcends superficial qualities. For a relationship to flourish at any age, it must be built on emotional intimacy. This means listening deeply, understanding each other's fears and desires, and offering unwavering support through the ups and downs of life. It means creating a safe space where both partners can express their vulnerabilities without fear of judgment. As time passes, the emotional connection deepens, creating a sense of security, trust, and mutual respect that sustains the relationship. For older men in relationships with younger women, this emotional connection is particularly important. The generational gap between the two can often lead to differing perspectives, values, and expectations. However, by focusing on emotional intimacy, both partners can bridge these differences and find common ground. An older man can offer his younger partner a sense of stability and wisdom, while the younger woman can provide her partner with a fresh perspective and an energetic sense of possibility. The quiet strength of long-term relationships. Over the years, relationships evolve, but the core of the connection, trust, understanding, and love, remains. As couples age, they often find themselves relying more on the quiet strength of their bond rather than the intense passion that characterized their earlier years together. This shift is natural and offers the opportunity for a deeper, more lasting form of love. For older men in relationships with younger women, this transformation can sometimes feel daunting, especially when they feel the pull of nostalgia or the desire to relive youthful excitement. However, the beauty of long-term relationships lies in their ability to weather challenges and grow stronger with time. As both partners navigate the changes that come with aging, they learn to cherish the quiet moments, the shared memories, and the deep emotional connection that defines their relationship. Through patience, acceptance, and intimacy, couples can build a love that transcends time. It is a love that isn't defined by youthful appearance or physical vitality, but by the strength of the emotional bond they have cultivated over years of shared experience. This love becomes an anchor, providing both partners with the security and comfort that only comes from truly knowing and accepting one another. The emotional depth of intimacy in romantic relationships. Intimacy is one of the cornerstones of a successful, long-lasting relationship. It is not simply a physical connection, but an emotional and psychological bond that is nurtured and deepened over time. When intimacy is prioritized, it becomes a powerful force that sustains the relationship, weathering the challenges life throws at it. As time passes, the meaning of intimacy evolves, and couples who embrace this transformation cultivate a deeper connection. This bond becomes more than just a fleeting attraction. It becomes a relationship that stands the test of time, one that is resilient and fulfilling in the face of inevitable changes. The role of intimacy in strengthening relationships. At any stage in life, intimacy plays a vital role in fostering a strong, enduring relationship. It is the thread that weaves together two people, allowing them to connect on a profound level. Intimacy can be both physical and emotional, and it provides a foundation for trust, understanding, and vulnerability. It nurtures a sense of safety and belonging, where partners feel seen, heard, and valued. For older couples, intimacy may shift as their bodies change and their energy levels fluctuate, but the desire for closeness and connection remains as strong as ever. The key is to adapt to this new stage of intimacy with openness, patience, and a willingness to reinvent the ways they connect. Older couples may no longer feel the physical intensity that characterized the early days of their relationship, but this does not diminish the power of their connection. Instead, intimacy in later years becomes about quiet moments of affection, shared memories, and a deep emotional bond that is rooted in years of companionship. A gentle touch, a kiss on the forehead, or simply holding hands while watching a sunset can speak volumes in terms of emotional connection. These small but meaningful gestures create a sense of security and warmth, reinforcing the love that has been nurtured over time. Couples who prioritize this emotional intimacy create a legacy of love that speaks to the beauty of enduring partnership. The evolution of intimacy in relationships with age. As individuals grow older, the nature of their relationships changes. In the early stages of a romantic connection, physical attraction and excitement are often the driving forces behind intimacy. However, as time goes on, the connection between partners deepens in ways that are less about physical appearance and more about emotional resonance. For older couples, intimacy often becomes more subtle, yet even more profound. The relationship may no longer be centered around passionate physical encounters, but instead on the comfort of shared silence, the joy of spending time together, and the appreciation of one another's company. The true beauty of intimacy in older relationships lies in its depth and consistency. In youth, relationships may be characterized by spontaneous adventures and the thrill of discovery. However, as partners age, intimacy becomes more about consistency and emotional fulfillment. The act of sharing life's quiet moments, the simple routines that define daily life, becomes an intimate experience in and of itself. This evolution of intimacy speaks to the maturity of the relationship, where love is not dependent on the intensity of physical desire, but is rooted in a profound understanding of one another. The significance of emotional vulnerability in intimacy. One often overlooked aspect of intimacy, particularly after physical encounters, is emotional vulnerability. After engaging in intimate acts such as oral sex, women often experience a profound sense of vulnerability. This moment is not just about the physical exchange, but about the emotional exposure that follows. In these moments, women may feel exposed, seeking reassurance and affirmation of their emotional connection to their partner. This emotional vulnerability is often intertwined with the desire for emotional validation, as the physical act of intimacy is a gateway to a deeper connection. It is essential for men, particularly older men, to recognize this vulnerability and respond with care and sensitivity. The emotional dynamics following physical intimacy are critical for deepening the emotional bond between partners. In relationships where both partners are emotionally engaged and responsive, vulnerability is not seen as a weakness, but as an opportunity for connection. For men, understanding this emotional landscape allows them to offer the right kind of support and affirmation. A simple gesture, like a warm hug, a gentle caress, or kind words of appreciation, can significantly influence how a woman feels after an intimate experience. These small yet powerful actions reassure her that her efforts and emotional investment are valued, deepening the bond and fostering a sense of security. Responding to vulnerability with care and sensitivity. Older men who have accumulated life experience may be more attuned to the emotional nuances of intimacy. However, there is always room for growth in understanding how to navigate these moments with sensitivity. Recognizing that women may need emotional affirmation following intimacy is key to creating a supportive, loving relationship. When a woman feels emotionally vulnerable after being intimate, she is not merely seeking physical gratification, she is seeking emotional closeness and a deepening of trust. Therefore, men must be mindful of the emotional dynamics that unfold after these intimate encounters. Acknowledging the vulnerability that follows physical intimacy is not only an act of kindness, but an essential step toward fostering emotional intimacy. When a woman feels seen, appreciated, and valued after such moments, it strengthens the connection between partners. Conversely, when her emotional needs are overlooked or dismissed, it can create a rift in the relationship, leading to feelings of neglect or disconnection. The emotional exchange that follows intimacy is just as important as the physical act itself, and it can shape the trajectory of the relationship. The power of emotional affirmation. Emotional affirmation plays a critical role in romantic relationships, particularly in older relationships where both partners are more attuned to the emotional undercurrents of their connection. After engaging in intimate moments, women often seek reassurance that their efforts have not gone unnoticed. They want to feel that their emotional investment has been reciprocated and that the bond between them and their partner is deepening. Simple expressions of gratitude, appreciation, and acknowledgement of the emotional connection they share can go a long way in strengthening the relationship. In relationships where emotional affirmation is consistently present, both partners feel valued and cherished. The act of expressing gratitude after intimacy is not merely a formality, but a powerful affirmation of the emotional bond that exists between partners. For older men, offering emotional feedback after intimacy can transform the relationship, turning moments of vulnerability into opportunities for deeper connection. These gestures of care and sensitivity help create a relationship that is both physically and emotionally fulfilling, fostering trust and security in the partnership. The importance of understanding emotional vulnerability. For older men, it is crucial to recognize that emotional vulnerability is an essential component of intimacy, particularly after moments of physical closeness. When women feel emotionally exposed, they are often seeking comfort, validation, and reassurance from their partner. The emotional vulnerability that follows intimacy can be a profound moment of connection, offering the opportunity to deepen the emotional bond between partners. It is through this emotional exchange that trust is built and the relationship becomes more resilient. Older men who understand the significance of emotional vulnerability are better equipped to navigate these moments with care and understanding. Rather than shying away from vulnerability, they embrace it as an opportunity to connect more deeply with their partner. This emotional intelligence fosters a sense of safety and emotional security, allowing both partners to feel comfortable expressing their needs and desires. By recognizing and responding to emotional vulnerability, older men contribute to creating a more profound and meaningful connection, one that transcends the physical aspects of intimacy. Building a relationship on trust and emotional intimacy. Trust is the foundation of any successful relationship, and emotional intimacy plays a pivotal role in building and maintaining that trust. In relationships with a significant age difference where older men may feel the pressure to prove their vitality or match the energy of their younger partner, understanding emotional vulnerability becomes even more important. By demonstrating empathy and sensitivity, older men can create an environment where both partners feel secure in expressing their emotions without fear of judgment or rejection. This openness allows for a more authentic connection to flourish, where both partners feel valued and understood. The emotional intimacy that follows moments of physical connection creates a bond that transcends the immediate experience. It lays the groundwork for a lasting and meaningful relationship, where both partners can navigate their vulnerabilities together. For older men, embracing this understanding can transform their relationships, creating a deeper connection that grows stronger with time. Emotional intelligence, when applied to moments of vulnerability, fosters an atmosphere of trust, respect, and mutual care, strengthening the relationship and ensuring that both partners feel valued and cherished. Conclusion: the lasting power of emotional intimacy. In conclusion, the emotional depth of intimacy is a vital component of any successful romantic relationship. For older men, recognizing the emotional vulnerability that follows physical intimacy and responding with care and sensitivity is essential for fostering a deeper connection. The emotional exchange that takes place after intimacy strengthens the bond between partners, creating a relationship built on trust, respect, and mutual understanding. By prioritizing emotional affirmation and recognizing the significance of emotional vulnerability, older men can cultivate a partnership that is both physically and emotionally fulfilling, ensuring that their relationships remain resilient, loving, and deeply satisfying throughout the years.